The XCC, Seb, what is it for someone who has never heard of this before? Where do you start?
The XCC it's a movement. It's actually an international movement. So it's in 25 plus countries around the world, but it's a men's movement. So we basically take men from all across New Zealand and we gather them together and we have a men's weekend, but not just your kind of standard Christian men's weekend where you sit around a fire, drink a lemonade and sing Kumbaya. We take men out into the wild, into the outdoors, and we push them. We challenge them. We challenge them mentally, physically, and spiritually. It's called a mind, body, soul adventure because we come at men from all angles. You know, we push their bodies to the limit. Some of them, you know, some people that are super fit and, you know, athletic and whatever, it might not be as physically challenging for them. But for the average man, like you and I, it's a push. It's a challenge.
That sounds really intimidating. I don't know. You're not inspiring me to get on and jump in on this. But I know through Bjorn, Seb, and you, because we've chatted about this before, how inspiring and character building it is. In your website, it says it's a 3-night wilderness event designed to rattle, test, and inspire. I get the inspire bit because, you know, you're building a bit of character and you're finding out a little bit more about yourself. Talk to us about the rattling and the testing bit.
Yeah, well, it's a good question. Essentially, so if we think about it, what's the most read Christian man book that's out there? If you were to answer that, what would you say?
My guess would maybe be Wild at Heart.
Yeah, Wild at Heart. And why is that? It's because deep down, men love the idea of thinking that actually, hopefully, I really hope that deep down in me, there's this wild side, this side of me that doesn't mind taking risks and that wants to go into dangerous places and, you know, isn't a tamed man. We like to be thought of and think of ourselves as we've got a bit of wilderness in us. And that's kind of what the XCC taps into a little bit, is that, you know, we're actually tamed, we're domesticated men. You know, we live in nice houses, we've got coffee machines in our kitchen and we've got our routines down. But every now and again, we've got to kind of rattle that, we've got to shake that up, and we've got to tap into the wild side that I think every man has, whether they're, you know, a man of comfort or not. We've got that wild side in us and we've got to bring it out.
We need to re-feralize you, Stella. Take you back to your feral roots. Yeah. Hey, so to set the scene, I mean, you take, 100 men. Like, this is a huge event. In full disclosure, I've been on this a couple of years ago. I went on it just as a participant. Funny, Stella, you say when you describe it, you're like, that does not call my name. For me, instantly, I hear about this challenge. I hear about being pushed to your limits, taken into the mountains, find out who you are, what you're made of. You know, something rises up in me like, that's me. That's what I need to do, you know. And I did it a couple of years ago, and now I'm happy to be a part of the crew. So I help out with Seb and the wider team who run it and facilitate it. For last year, over 100 men, Seb, coming into the mountains from all over the country.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some guys even come back and do it more than once. Why do you think that is?
That's it, yeah. So most of the men that come, 90% of the men that come are new, and it's spread through word of mouth. Predominantly, people come and do it, and then they come back and bring their friends. But people do come back and do it over and over again. Some guys have done every single one. I think that's because as men, we gravitate towards other men. And maybe that's just subconsciously or maybe that's consciously, but we often gravitate towards other men, and often those are men of power or influence or success. But also we gravitate towards men that are good and virtuous and godly men, people that are getting it right. So what we do is we gather 100 of those dudes from all across the country, we put them together, and we set the scene, we set the culture of like, yes, this is a wilderness event, but also this is a group of men that are looking to do things right. We're looking to get the important stuff right. So let's come together, rub shoulders and see what I can learn from you, what you can learn from me, just as ordinary blokes. but good blokes.
Ordinary blokes. Why is it just men and not women, Seb?
Yeah, good question. It's a good question because life is mixed, right? We spend our life with women, and women spend their life with us. And in fact, as men, we like women. We love women. Most of us want to marry women. They smell a lot better than we do, but they also bring out the best in us. But when we come together as men, something else happens, and it should be more rare than when we're with women. But when we do come together, we speak each other's language. We know how each other works, and we can get, like, good things can happen when we do that. In fact, on the XCC, we often have men that are talking about stuff and sharing about stuff that they've never shared with anyone before, not even their wives. And it doesn't stay that way. They go home, they share that stuff. They then feel, rattled and shaken and confident enough now to actually go forwards in a different way in the real world with their wives, with their kids, with their colleagues. So it's not about trying to just get men together and be men and, we don't like women. It's actually for the betterment of our relationships with women and other men all throughout life.
One of the big things about the XCC, Seb, is that there's very little detail anywhere, including the website, about actually what it is and what happens whilst you're there. I know that's intentional. You're kind of signing up a little bit to the unknown for this wild adventure that's pitched as being good for you, but not told to you, right? You have to experience it to understand it. We've got to get to the news coming up, so we'll have to wrap this pretty soon. But if people want to find out more, Seb, it's happening this Labour weekend, so end of October. Where can people go to read about this and maybe contact you to find out, is this for me? Am I the kind of person that this would suit? Where should they head to?
Yeah, you can contact me via the website. So go to the website, www.xcc, so Extreme Character Challenge.nz. You can email me through that. You can find out the information, but you won't find much, as Bjorn says. It's designed to be mysterious, to head off into the unknown like every good adventure. But yeah, it's coming up this Labour weekend. It's $390. Again, if that's an issue, it's set to that cost because it's worth that. But if that's an issue, then just message us and we will make sure you get there. If you've got the right kit or not, we will make sure you get there.
Yeah, no man left behind. For me, it's become one of the highlights of my year. I go every year and take part in it. Seb's going to be there. I'm going to be there. We're still working on Seller.
Come on, Seller.
And we will see. But if you want to check it out, xcc.nz, check out the website. Got to get to news headlines. Thanks, Seb.